That is true.
Oh, Lombardi lost game 5 with Jared.
Yeah. Devin lost.
Yeah.
Womp womp. Anyways, heater set inbound.
They haven't been lately. I think John's been like pretty dominant.
I think that is very true. But Nick did just win Game & Watch Snake, so
no, Southwest
anything can happen.
For Southwest Ohio gets like hoed by Neo.
I think that is a truth, Duke, unfortunately.
Because like all of Dayton Quick and like Cincy hates the game. I've never met a Cincy player that's happy.
That is true.
Well, Legacy's a pretty happy guy.
I think Giggle Jared is also pretty happy.
That is true.
He might be one of the happiest people I know. Not that I know him. I played him one time, and I don't think I've ever talked to him.
Dude, he said he wants to like travel more this season. I really hope he does.
I hope so. I want to see good Bayos.
Our one set was like when I was still bad, and it went last game, last hit. I got last game, last hit by just spamming double arms. It wasn't even.
I've talked to the Buzz more than DLV has talked to. That is definitely true. Okay. Anyway, even game.
Yeah.
It's okay though. I've talked to Mudace more than I've talked to Jiggle Jared as well. I drove him to the airport. True.
I think I'm blocked by more top players than I've talked to.
You probably are, because you're just an asshole to everybody. Dude, you were fighting with Mr. R.
Because he was being dumb.
He was literally accurate. He was very true. Jiggle Jared needs to travel? Yes.
Yeah.
C-Bus is Geist, or not Geist, or
C-Bus is Geist.
C-Bus is Bayo representative in Geist, doesn't travel or go to any of his locals because he's busy all the time.
And we lost Timmy.
That is true. Well, to be fair, did Timmy like ever play Bayo in bracket?
His Bayo
more than like a set?
His Bayo reverse 3-0'd Rin at C-Bus Summit.
Is that an accomplishment?
Yeah. Because Rin beat Jared.
I'm just being mean. I'm just hating. I like Rin. Anyway, back to the set. Still even-ish. One grenade combo is...
You think that woman's still rooting for Nick?
I hope so. Nick is very confused about I don't know what. I don't think anything weird happened.
Oh, John went for a down air that was like uncharacteristically deep.
Pause.
Kill you. SD.
Flip it, Chad.
SD. SD.
SD IRL. They got there.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised by that, honestly.
Too bad for you.
Yeah, no one's clipping that, dickhead.
Suno, clip that.
You don't take orders, Suno!
That's not an order, that's a request. A humble request. Snake. I think John should go Rob.
3, 2, 1.
What was that?
Never
There
mind.
wasn't anything.
It's alright.
He lost aura for that.
At least I'm not blocked by Mr. R.
I don't
Why
know.
did he go for a grab? Okay.
I don't know why he
Nick
was
is-
acting like it was different. This isn't the place to talk about it, actually. Yeah. I wonder why she said that.
Yeah. It might be one of the funniest things that ever happened. It is SmashLAN'd. I do think we can all agree that uncontested, the #1 funniest thing was the SmashLAND right after Trump got elected again with Jonathan's tag on stream. That might be the funniest thing ever.
I think it was funny when Cornball said he doesn't support women's suffrage on stream.
That is very funny.
You seen that clip?
I haven't seen it, but I've heard about it. And I just fully agree with it because
What?
I may have misspoke.
Can we clip that? What the fuck?
I meant to say that I fully believe that it happened because it's quick. And somehow
And you agree with him?
I misspoke, I'm sorry. To any woman in chat, I'm sorry.
Go apologize to that woman at the bar right now.
She doesn't know. Also, she may or may not be racist, so it's okay.
Well, so you agree with what Daniel said, where it's only some women that deserve women's suffrage? That was the closest answer we got to a yes all night.
I think so. I think I might agree with that. I think there are certain women who do like active damage to their own community.
You think that about men?
Yeah. I also think that there's a if we're gonna get really deep into this topic, actually, I think that it's probably like 80% of men actively are against their own gender.
Yeah.
And it's like maybe 5% of women that are against their own gender. Because I think it's a lot easier to be a male incel than it is to be a femcel. If that makes sense.
Easier?
If that makes sense. Yeah. Well, you know, I shouldn't say easier.
Shit.
That was really cool. I shouldn't say easier. I should say it's a lot
Beneficial? Like,
no, definitely not more beneficial.
no, there's more in it for yourself. Well,
Burb, let me cook. I think that
I'll let you have the mic.
yeah.
Let him go.
It's like that the meme of Vegeta Piccolo.
Yeah,
Let me speak. No one's stopping you. I need to find what the word is I'm looking for. Cause
pick me?
no. For like incels, I think it's not easier because that's just not right. That's not the word I'm looking for. Like,
Describe what you're looking for.
I can't. Like, the word is what I'm describing. Hold on, we'll come back to this. Have I been drinking? No.
This is actually the one time you're here sober.
What do you mean the one time?
And you're talking about how you don't support women's suffrage.
For over a year. Oh, okay, that was kind of raw. For over a year, I was on night shift, so I couldn't show up drunk. Or get drunk here.
I don't know if I'll talk about this on the Nintendo sponsored stream. Or on the Nintendo licensed stream.
I might be the most woke person in Columbus. I am the biggest.
Maybe you are dark woke.
They should let me fight periods. I would save women.
And take away
6'4", by the way.
And take away the right to vote.
6'4", by the way. I would not take the right to vote away from anybody. That's fucking insane. I think what I was trying to say earlier is that it's so much more likely for men to be incels because there is an echo chamber online about being an incel. That's the point I was trying to get to, and that's why I said easier, because there's so much more incel propaganda online than there is like femcel propaganda.
Well, offline too, probably.
I think it's more online than offline, but yeah, there's definitely more offline incel propaganda than online or offline femcel propaganda. What I'm trying to say is, there are too many fucking incels in the world. That's what I'm trying to say.
What do you think we should do about that?
Kill them. I genuinely think, you know, I'm gonna hold that one. Incels are F students, yes. It's like the F students are inventors, and then it's just the most degenerate high school activity you'll ever fucking see. That's an incel. Anyway, back to the game.
I don't think we can go back to the game.
I can.
We're in too deep.
This is game 3. Nick is kind of getting farmed, but it is Snake. This is doable. Anyway, back to the match, of course. Let's okay, well, Nick killed himself.
Okay, now we can go back to talking about what you were
about
saying.
how much I think women struggle in today's society.
Yeah, and why you think
And if I was president, I would ban periods. Clap it up, chat. Clap it up. That's a banger.
Do you know about the
I would make
do you know about the Kieran Arway political slogan?
Oh, God.
Campaign slogan?
No.
Hang on. Oh wait, Sam might release it Friday. He said he thought today was Friday.
Sam might be the smartest person I know.
I'm gonna dox myself showing you this actually.
I was barely reading it. I would also, day 1, make all men get a vasectomy that aren't married.
What?
So that the burden is on men about pregnancy.
Oh.
Because I think it's unfair that women have to deal with all of the trauma of abortion.
Nick and John, I'm sorry.
I think Nick watches all of his VODs on mute anyway, so it's okay.
This is the Kieran political slogan.
do it.
That's my last name.
I can dox you now.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Dude,
That was cool.
I don't even know how this image got found because it was from one of my friends who doesn't know I go to tournaments, but this is from a Game Arena player cam.
That's funny. Anyway, after the match.
Yeah.
Make periods turn to the comments so they last shorter amount of times. Oh, you're so... Ferb, you might be the smart.
He's metagaming it.
You're so smart.
This guy would never say he doesn't support women's suffrage.
That is true. I think regressors to genders or races don't deserve rights.
I think I misheard you.
Can I say that?
Either I misheard you.
People who actively regress their communities, I don't think deserve to talk or have like opinions. I guess that's more of the point I want to make is that they shouldn't be allowed to make opinions on anything because they're fucking dumb.
What do you think about the socioeconomic inequality?
Call me Jaden Smith because let's talk about the socioeconomic climate of the world.
That's pretty bad right now.
It is very horrible. It might be the worst I've ever seen since I gained consciousness.
I think it's definitely true for me.
Because, well, I was born slightly before 9/11, so maybe that was worse and I just don't remember it.
You snuck in there just in time.
Samesies, let's go. No, I think terrorists are terrible. I think that might be...
You think we should have what is it called when you have like an emergency fund? They have like a word for it.
For like the country?
No, yeah, like if the government gets an emergency fund.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what it's called. Raw. Run up tilt. Clap it up. Bam, bam, bam. I was born before 9/11 and I didn't try to stop it. I'm sorry. I should.
Yeah, you should. You were there.
I should have.
Where were you in the towers?
Let's think. I would have been 2 months old, and it would have been in the morning. I probably was in my crib or asleep, which I also would have been in my crib for. I would have still been in my crib if I was asleep, but I think no matter what, I was in my crib. Because I was 2 months old. Actually, less than. I was like a month and 3 weeks. A little bit of DLV lore there for anybody who cares. I'm sure it's nobody.
Too busy in the crib. Should have been stopping 9/11 and investing in Bitcoin.
Dude, if I could go back in the future, I think the one thing I would do is go before Bitcoin got popular and literally put all of the money I have into it. Because I saw something, there was like a...
Wait, I have a question.
No, before you have your question, there was some tournament where somebody, I don't know what game it was for, or what it was for at all actually, but the like 7th place prize for both 7th place people was like 10 Bitcoin or something. And the other prizes are like a toaster and like a free pizza or something like really shitty. And the guy who did it, I think gave it away immediately, and then later saw that he would have made like millions upon millions of dollars and wanted to kill himself. So that's what I would not do if I went back in the future.
Someone lost their hard drive that had all their Bitcoin on.
That's hilarious. That's what I would do. If I came from
the future, got like thrown in the trash and he asked the government to let him go like looking in the landfill. They told him no.
If I could go back in the past with my current knowledge, I would take my phone and a picture of me and my mom from like my high school graduation or something, show her as proof that I am her son, and be like, you need to believe me, put like $10,000 in Bitcoin, you will see the benefits, and I swear to God, 5 years.
You wouldn't convince her to stop 9/11.
Well, this would be after 9/11. I think I would cut my losses. I would cut my losses with 9/11 and be like, I can't stop a terrorist organization.
It's a canon event.
Yeah, like if I stop that, there's gonna be a worse 9/11. 9/11-2 would happen.
9/12.
Yes, 9/12.
Okay, how far back in time would you go where you're the richest person, or where you're the richest person on the planet?
What do you mean?
Like
if I took all my current wealth?
No, like you go back in time, but you're like the richest person on the planet. Where would you go? Oh my. Don't let that distract you.
I would go back to feudalist Japan.
You're
I
white.
think that would be so cool. Okay, well now we're getting into semantics of it. Like, oh, you're still white and you're just randomly in whatever place you go to. Like,
I'm gonna pull up
what?
the picture of what you would be.
Oh god.
You know the image.
Holy that grab. No, if race isn't part of that question, I definitely go back to feudalist Japan. If race is a part of that question, I mean, what is my option? Europe? Wow, that sounds awesome. I can eat British people food.
You could just go back like 2 hours and you're the richest person on the planet right now.
Okay, well, now we're just getting the stupid fucking hypotheticals like, oh, just go back 2 hours.
Do you think the White House should make a capital investment in Bitcoin, like an emergency fund?
Yeah.
Like so we can fall back on something?
You say that, but I think that is something Trump would genuinely do.
I think he's trying to do that with a cryptocurrency, but like there's a bit of collusion because he's been talking with the guy.
Deadass, tell me the definition of feudalist. I don't